Zealot farming, summoning eye grinding, whatever you want to call it, it used to be the most prominent money making method on the entire server. If you were just starting out, you could buy a set of young dragon armor, a good sword, and then go and kill zealots and make your money back in like an hour. If you were in game, you could just farm them for hours on end and make bank. Something pretty interesting about this money making method is that it never actually really died. Other ones just became better than it. If I look at the bazaar real quick, you can see that summoning eyes actually still cost quite a bit, even more so than they costed when most people farmed them. So I want to go ahead and farm zealots for 12 hours and see if it's really that outclassed by other money making methods. By the way, real quick, if you could just subscribe, I would really appreciate it. It only takes like 2 seconds, but it helps me out a ton. Also, make sure to drop down and join my Discord server down in the description or the pinned comment because it's a pretty cool place. And I know that notifications on my channel are a bit finicky, so if you want to, you can join the Discord server and always get notified. Since it has quite literally been like a year since I've last done this, I'm just gonna go ahead and start out with what I know, which is young dragon armor and an aspect of the end, or I guess an aspect of the void now, alongside an enderman pet, but I am almost certain that there is a better way to do this, so after I observe the local zealot farmers, I'm gonna determine like what the best way to do it is, or maybe it's just young armor after all, and it's never changed. I'm gonna be storing everything that I get in this backpack right here. That means everything from the zealot drops to dragons that are spawned while I'm in the lobby and endstone protectors that are summoned while I'm in the lobby. With that, there isn't much more to do than start the timer and start farming some zealots. Bro, I'm 8 minutes in and I just got my first zealot, and that noise is never not going to make me jump. Like, I have an 800 million coin purse, and when that special zealot text comes up onto the screen, my brain immediately goes into monkey mode, and I'm just like, oh, where's special zealot? I need. It's crazy. Okay, I haven't seen anyone using one yet, but I feel like a precursor eye may unironically be one of the best things for zealot grinding. So I'm gonna go ahead and borrow Young's precursor eye because, I mean, like, why wouldn't he have one? It's a pretty stupid weapon, so obviously he's gotta have one. And I'll let you know how well it goes. Alright, I just got this precursor eye from Young, and I think that it might unironically be the best way to farm zealots. I mean, look at this. It's ridiculous. You can just stab everything. I mean, like, you gotta make sure not to leave it on for too long, otherwise your mana gets drained, but you can just leave it on for a bit, like that, and it doesn't take too much. It's insane. It's just so easy. I never thought that this item would actually have a use, but well, here we are. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna actually get back to beaming some zealots now. Okay, I know I said that I was gonna get right back to farming zealots, but it's been like 2 minutes since that last clip, and I've already gotten 2 more summoning eyes. This eye is actually ridiculous. Checking back in at the 1 hour mark. As you can see from this backpack here, I have gotten 9 summoning eyes, which is way above expectations. 8 crystal frags, which is actually pretty good, 1 dragon, which I got strong boots from, and 1 golem, which I didn't get anything from. Also, I don't know how, but I got a silent death, so that's pretty cool, I guess. That's only the loot from 1 hour farming zealots, so if that keeps up for 12 hours, I'm going to have a ton of summoning eyes. Alright, I think I've determined precisely the best thing to do when farming zealots. It is use a precursor eye with mage gear, it doesn't really matter what mage gear, alongside an aspect of the void and a juju shortbow. Now you may be wondering what the juju shortbow is for, because, you know, it's got projectile travel time, and it's not very much, but it's still projectile travel time, whereas the precursor eye does not. So, it's actually really important for this setup because my finger got tired pressing the shift key so many times. I don't think that it actually can get better than this because, as you can see, the precursor eye is just an instantaneous long range hit. It's like you're using a sword but with like 30 block range. It's ridiculous. And then its only weakness is having to press the shift key so many times, which the juju shortbow covers. So it's literally the best thing that you can ever have. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is. You know, I'm around 6 hours in now, and I'm not sure what happened, but throughout this entire 6 hours, there has been a large lack of, like, slurs and death threats that have been used against me, even though I'm using, like, an incredibly good way to kill all the zealots. Like, just no one has been really mean. And to be honest, on one side it's nice because less toxicity, but on the other side it feels like there's something missing out of the zealot farming that I know and love. Like, how am I supposed to pass the time if there's nobody yelling racial slurs at me in chat? I don't understand. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to farming. This will probably be the last clip before the 12 hours are up unless, like, something really weird happens. So if something really weird happens, you'll see it. If not, then I'll be back with the loot in just a second. The 12 hours are up and I have all of the loot here in these 3 chests. So getting into the top one with the worst stuff, we have an unreasonable amount of obsidian chest plates, 2 endstone bows, a bunch of dragon fragments, 27 enchanted eyes of ender from like the ender chest zealots, and 13 endstone roses. This stuff doesn't really amount up to much, but it's still like, oh, rare drop obsidian chestplate, that's pretty cool, so I figured I'd keep all of them. Down in the second chest, we just have some overflow eyes, because I couldn't fit all of the eyes in the bottom chest, so there's nothing really to explain here, it's just a few summoning eyes. And down here in the bottom chest, now before I actually open this up, there's something in there that I never thought I would drop in the entire time that I play Skyblock. And that's right, during this I dropped a phoenix pet. Now it is an epic phoenix, but I mean that's still a ridiculous drop chance. And also I have to say what I was watching because it's too funny to not say. In the last 10 minutes of this 12-hour grind, I was watching a refraction stream. And during that stream, he was talking about how he had dropped a phoenix. And the moment he started talking about dropping a phoenix, uh-oh, lightning, new sound, and there's a phoenix in chat. But yeah, I figured that I just had to tell you about that because like literally the moment he started talking about dropping a phoenix on stream, I dropped a phoenix. So thanks for that refraction, I guess. Going over some of the other stuff, I got a ton of crystal fragments, 1 recommed. I got an epic golem, which doesn't sell for very much, but it's still a pretty cool drop. A combat EXP boost and strong dragon boots. And then obviously a ton of summoning eyes. Now it's time to calculate how much all of this would sell for to answer the question of how good is zealot farming. And obviously I'm not going to include the phoenix in like the amount that I've made from this because you could farm zealots for like 500 hours and still not drop a phoenix. Alright, I finished looking up all the prices and adding everything together, and in the top chest we have a grand total of 380,000 coins, which is not too good, but it's trying its best. In the mid chest we have 13.2 million coins from these summoning eyes, and in the bottom chest we have 39.85 million coins from all of this stuff combined, excluding the phoenix. I'll also add an extra 3.5 mil for all the random stuff like enchanted ender pearls or enchanted obsidian that I sold for my bag during the 12 hours because that stuff does add up, which means that we come to a total of 57 million coins from 12 hours of zealot farming, and that means that I was making around 4.75 million coins per hour. This is obviously not as good as some other money making methods, but it is way above what I thought zealot farming would give me per hour. So yeah, zealot farming actually is not that bad. It's definitely not the best money making method by a long shot, but let's be honest, that's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a way for mid to late game players to easily make some coins, and honestly, it's doing that really well. I gotta say, it was pretty fun to go and do some zealot farming after not doing it for several months, though after doing 12 hours of it, I'm definitely not touching that anytime soon. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Other than that, I hope you have a good day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!